Oh, the heavens! What foul play had we, that we came from the hence, or blessed was we did?
Both, my girl. We were pushed out of power by evil deeds, as you call them, but we were blessed in being helped towards this island.
Oh, my heart bleeds to think o' team that I turned you to, which is from my remembrance. Please you, father.
My brother, your Uncle Antonio, just listen to this. I still can't believe a brother could be so disloyal. My brother whom, aside from you, I loved more than anyone else in the world, I trusted to run my state, which at the time was the strongest in the land, and Prospero the #1 duke, famous for my dignity and my education, since I was so drawn to studying things like logic, grammar, geometry, and astronomy. I let my control of the government slide a bit, being too wrapped up in my occult books. Your disloyal uncle. Are you paying attention?
Sir, most heedfully.
Once Antonio got the knack of granting certain requests, denying others, prompting some officials and keeping down those who were getting too ambitious, he won over the people who used to be mine, or changed them, remade them, you might say. Since he had control over the whole government and everyone in it, he soon made everyone sing his own song, whichever song he happened to like. He became like ivy that stitched to the side of the tree and sucked my vitality out of me. You're not paying attention.
Oh, good sir, I do.
Please listen to me carefully. As I neglected practical matters, being totally dedicated to solitude and to improving my mind with the subjects more valuable than most people imagine, I was so shut away from the world that I unwittingly stirred up evil wishes in my disloyal brother. My deep trust in him made him deeply untrustworthy, arousing him in treachery as big as my trust was. My trust, which had no limit, and infinite confidence. With Antonio possessing such powers and wealth, coming not only from my income but also his ability to take whatever my authority allowed him to take, Antonio started to believe that he was the Duke, like some liar who believes in his own lie. He put on the face of royalty with all the rights that go along with it, with his ambition growing like this. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
To make his political performance absolutely perfect, he simply had to become the Duke of Milan himself. My library was large enough dukedom for me, so now Antonio judges me incapable of carrying out my duties. He's so power-hungry that he allies himself with the King of Naples, agreeing to pay him a regular annual sum, swears subservience to him, and put the Dukedom of Milan, never subservient to anyone before, under the humiliating control of Naples.
Oh, the heavens.
Think about that, and about what followed afterward. Then tell me if Antonio can be called my brother.
I should sin, to think but nobly of my grandmother. Good wounds have borne bad sons.
Now listen to the agreement they made. The King of Naples, my arch-enemy, listens to my brother's request, which was that of the king, in exchange for the respect and money paid for him, would get rid of me and make my brother Duke of Milan instead. A treacherous army was gathered, and one fateful night at midnight, Antonio opened the gates of Milan, and in the pitch black had his officers rush me and you, my dear daughter. You were crying.
Alack, for pity, I not remembering how I cried thou then, will cry over again. Is it a hint that rings mine eyes to? Good Lord, what evil things were done to us that we were driven here? Or was it a blessing that we came here?
What?
Good Lord, what evil things were done to us that we were driven here? Or was it a blessing that we came here?
Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, we were heaved thence, but blessedly holp hither.
Oh, my heart bleeds to think of the team that I've turned you to, which is from my remembrance. Please you, father.
My brother and thy uncle, called Antonio, I pray thee mark me, that a brother should be so perfidious. He whom next to thyself, of all the world I loved, and to him put the manage of my state.
I've been reading the other one.
Oh, you've been reading the...
Good Lord, what evil things were done to us that we were driven here? Or was it a blessing that we came here?
Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, we were heaved thence, but blessedly hop hither.
Oh, it breaks my heart to think how painful it must be for you to recall all this. Things I can't remember, but please tell me more.
My brother and thy uncle called Antonio, I pray thee mark me, that a brother should be so perfidious. He whom next thyself of all the world I love, and to him put the manage of my estate, as at that time through all the signories it was the first, and Prospero the prime duke, being so reputed in dignity and for the liberal arts, without parallel. Those being all my study, the government I cast upon my brother, and to my state grew stranger, being transported, and wrapped in secret studies. Thy false uncle, dost thou attend me?
I'm hanging on every word.
Being once perfected, how to grant sweets, how to deny them, who to advance, and who to trash for overtopping, new created, the creatures that were mine. I say or changed them, or else new formed them, having both the key of office and office, set all hearts in the state. To what tune pleased his ear, that now he was, the ivy which had hid my princely trunk, and sucked my venger out on't. Thou attendest not.
Oh, yes I am, father.
I pray thee mark me. I thus neglecting worldly ends, all dedicated to closeness and bettering of my mind, with which, but by being so retired, apprised all popular rate, in my false brother, awakened an evil nature, and my trust, like a good parent, did beget of him. A falsehood in its contrary, as great as my trust was, which he indeed had no limit. A confident stands bound. He began thus lauded, not only with what my venue yielded, but what my power might else exact, like one who, having unto truth, by telling of it, made such a sinner of his memory. To create his own lie, he did believe he was indeed the Duke. Out o' the substitution, and evacuating the outward face of royalty, with all prerogative, hence his ambition growing. Dost thou hear?
What you're saying could cure deafness, father. Of course I hear it.
To have no scream between this part he played, and him he played in for me, his needs will be absolutely Milan. Me, poor man, my library was dukedom large, of temporal royalties. He thinks me now incapable, confederates, so dry he was for sway, with King of Naples, to give him annual tribune, do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown, and bend. The dukedom yet unbowed, alas, poor Milan, to most ignoble stooping.
Good heavens!
Mark his condition and the event, then tell me if this might be a brother.
It would be wrong for me to think poorly of my grandmother. Good women sometimes give birth to bad sons.
Now the condition. The King of Naples being an enemy to inverate Hyrcans my brother's sweet, which was that he in lied o premises of homage, and I know now not how much tribune, should presently extirpate me and mine, one of the dukedom and confer fair Milan, with all the honours on my brother, whereon a treacherous army levied one midnight, fated to the purpose, did Antoine open the gates of Milan, and in thy dead of darkness the ministers for thy purpose hurried thence me and thy crying self.